Hey everyone, Dennis from J&D. I'm coming to you from location today. It's Sunday. I don't know what the date is actually. It's for the second Sunday of July. So we're just past the July 4th weekend. Very excited here to bring you some more video. Got some video shot yesterday. I think you'll enjoy in this video. Question is, why am I out here doing this? I'm not here for glory, okay? That I can tell you. I'm 59 years old, and several years back I shattered my heel. And I was in a cast for 9 months, weight bearing, no weight bearing at all, and I was put back together. Nature has always been my life. So what healed me was a program on the internet called Safari Live in Africa, and if you look at the J&D, the elephant image, Africa is one of the most foremost things that I've always dreamed about. I've been to Africa, and I still dream about it every day. So I realize there are people who are unfortunate and can't get out here anymore and do this stuff and see stuff that really had a passion for nature. And hopefully I can bring a little bit of that into the living room. Plus, this is southeastern Massachusetts. If it's just local people that see it, that's fine. If it's worldwide, people get an interest in what's going on, that's okay too. This is not for fame. This is to really document this magnificent marsh and have something really on file. That maybe hopefully someone can go back well after I'm gone and say, "Ooh, wonder what the changes were." Hopefully I get really good at the videoing. Because videoing, I believe, is helpful for sure in explaining the story. So without further ado, we're going to go into some photos and stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Well, everyone, thanks for joining in. Here's a black vulture, which was just a sign of the day of what was to become. Certainly this was Saturday morning on my way in, and seeing a black vulture, beautiful chipping sparrow. I love the little birds, and I always try to photograph a few little birds here and there. Certainly chipping sparrows are one of the cute little ones that we have, and they'll be gone, of course, come the fall. Everything takes off in the fall for the most part. Bobolinks are so strong in the field. They have yet to molt yet. Hopefully we'll get one molting in a few weeks, and the males almost become just like the females. They'll lose that white up above on their heads, and they'll turn brown and stuff. And hopefully they had a good brood this year, and hopefully that will really be successful, as they are a very threatened species. We need them, and we need good broods, especially this is one of the main places here in the local area for them to breed. Look at this, one finally gets all the way up out of the grass, and you don't know how tough it is to get a bobolink out of the grass at this time of year. The catbirds are numerous. They're numerous in the forest, and numerous along the edge of the woods of the marsh. You don't see them come in the marsh. I never see a catbird fly into the marsh directly to go grab insects or anything like that. They do love their berries and stuff. This one's squawking away. They really let the people know that, let anybody know that there's someone around, because right now they're taking care of their young and stuff. They're still probably feeding them. This, I believe, is a willow flycatcher. Somebody can correct me if they want. It could be eastern phoebe, but I believe it is a willow flycatcher. Hopefully it is. I cannot hear it to its call, so I could not really tell. Wonderful yellow warbler, last of the yellow warblers. Not a great photo, but it's always at this time of year, any yellow warbler you get to see, because soon they'll be gone. And all the warblers, from common yellow throats to blue wing, any of the ones that reside here. And here's a young one, the young yellow warbler, so good, successful fledged warbler here. That's really awesome to see. Little tiny feathers on it. Always great to see when new little fledglings getting ready to take life. Here's another new little fledgling, Baltimore Oriole fledging. So very cool to see. don't see the adult Orioles. They're very noisy when they first arrive. You see them when they first arrive, and after that, they disappear almost on you. For a very orange and black bird, they can become one of the most difficult birds to see. They just really, really love the treetops. And as we go out into the marsh, like always, there's always a kingbird right now. I'm just so excited because there's a lot of dragonflies in the marsh, and hopefully I can get some action of them getting the dragonflies. This is really one of my favorite birds. Tree swallows buzzing around constantly. This is going to happen. There's a great migration coming in September. That's just an amazing sight to see. If it lands near the marsh, like what great numbers, it's pretty spectacular. See, this is a barn swallow with a forked tail coming in at me at the fog. Very foggy day, but it's always just fun to practice locking on fast-moving birds and trying to push your camera to limits that are very difficult, and it's a good way to try. Now, this is a salt marsh shop-tailed sparrow. This animal lives in a very micro habitat, one of the most endangered habitats, I believe. And it's just from the edge of the marsh to the edge of the grassland. I mean, not even to the grassland fields. It's right to the edge, the very edge of the marsh grass to the brush. This little gem. I'm hoping to shoot some video and maybe do a little deeper story on these buggers, but certainly we also have seaside sparrows in the marsh. Here's a willet doing its wonderful thing. I love willets. I really, really love willets when they're flicking up. They're loud and noisy, but you miss them when they're gone. Well, you don't miss the quiet. And here's some video, and you can see the dragonflies there. You see there's quite a few dragonflies that just finally came out this week, so it's good to see some insects coming out. And I believe this willet is hunting little crab, the little green crabs. Oh my gosh, I saw so many baby little green crabs in the marsh. It was insane. And I'm talking a green crab smaller than your pinky fingernail. So I'm just trying to give you a reference of what you're seeing. So I thought bringing a little video in and out of this presentation may help. I do apologize for the blurriness at times. I'm using a monopod, which I'm not very great with because I can only carry so much stuff out into the marsh. It's not like just you park your car at the parking lot and walk 2 feet and you're in the marsh. So it is certainly something that you caught out. I'm not young anymore, and I'm trying to get this done. And this is the urgency and why I'm getting it done too. It's I don't know how much longer I can carry all this gear into the marsh. Because I mean, you're talking with the amount of water I carry with me too. I have some weight carried into the marsh with me, that's for sure. And also the monopod and the tripod also affects missing shots, because once you got a camera on a fixed thing, it's just not the same. There's no, in this place, sometimes your head's got to be on a swivel. I missed a beautiful mink chasing a rabbit Saturday because I was carrying my big lens out on a monopod and I just couldn't get the angle. Oh, these are, and I believe, I'm almost 100% sure these are common snipe. I'm probably wrong when I say 100%, but that's good. Then somebody will make me look foolish, but yeah, they fly by every now and then. Usually I see them in the spring. This was the gem of the day. I never gotten a terrapin at this side of the marsh. This is towards the east end of the marsh, and I see the terrapins quite regularly on the other end of the marsh, but this is a very small terrapin, and he's in a drainage ditch. Now this would be filled up 2 feet of water on the high tide. The other day I was talking about, some of the prey that egrets eat, and here's one of them, the fiddler crab. I have seen them with fiddler crabs in their mouth, and they got the big large thing, the big large claw. I don't know why they call him a fiddler. I never heard him playing any music, so that's the way it goes. Here's an egret with some soiled wings, and I was a little disturbed by this because its wing condition is in horrible shape. We did see the yellow one last week that had what I thought was molting, and now I see this one with some very stained wings, and I just wonder what's going on there. Now, this was the arrival of I mean, this is a common terrain, so that's not the great arrival. It is a good arrival, but this is a peanut bunker, also known as it's a mad-hated minnow. And once they arrive into the marsh, this is the life and blood of the marsh. This is going to turn so many things on that. And this is very early. This is probably about 2 weeks early for them to be in this marsh right now. We are going to see some amazing footage, and if I can really get it on video, this is part of it right here. The Carmen's rushing up against the brush. The great egrets, the snowy egrets, the common terns, the little least terns join in. This is, and then come August, we'll get to striped bass busting on them in big schools, and this is going to be just the most amazing sights that I love in the marsh. This is like when game is on, everything's exploding. Beautiful. This is Sunday morning, coming through the fields before I get to the marsh, and a little spike-horn buck with two. I'm going to say that's two yearlings there with an adult. So cute, and this was very nice to see. This is the mother coming out. I blew it. I said it's the mother. I haven't seen a baby fawn in a while, but since the coyote's been around, this first week I have not seen a coyote in 3 or 4 weeks. I thought the coyotes might have gotten all the fawns at the edge of the marsh, but look at her. She just comes right out, and this is earlier. She comes out earlier, okay? Then a little later on, we got this little magical moment that's going to happen. It's not in the same location, but this is behind me. Look at this. This is behind me. There's mom slowly coming out. Here's another female. She actually, I didn't capture great video on this because this is a little far away. For my lens, this is stretching it out beyond the max. And but she's chasing this the female to the right away. They don't really introduce their young fawns till late August, pretty much, and then after that, there's a lot of fun. So it's always great when you see a few young fawns together because you really see some activity, and hopefully we'll get some of that this year. I would love when the little one just runs up. So it's a little bit of, but this is just a hot warming moment for me. It's just one of them things that just, you're sitting in the marsh, it's hot, you get bitten by bugs, and you get this new life. And a little later on, we get this buck coming through, and I just love this. This buck here is going to be a pretty animal come the fall. He's not going to be the biggest buck, but he's going to be a pretty animal anyhow. He's coming down to the. I actually thought at this point he was going to come swim across because this is brackish water, or even maybe almost pure salt water at this part of the marsh. Can't really be 100%. And I mean, he doesn't really drink from it. He does lick the water, but it's not like like gulping water, drinking down his throat. So not sure if there's just a few minerals that he's gaining out of that. I mean, and as you can see the calm spot there along the marsh, and then you see the wind. The wind is blowing directly at me, and I am just past this little fuzzy green in front of him. And it's a little channel. There's a little channel. That's a peninsula that comes out. There's another little channel that feeds into the marsh, and that's where I am. I'm on the other side of the channel, but he has no idea that. I mean, I ain't gonna say he has no idea, because when he comes out into the marsh, this is him coming out into the marsh, and he certainly will show you that he has a little idea. I love you get to see like all the interwebbing of the species. You'll see some swallows fly by like they're below the screen, and you'll see dragonflies. There's so many species in the marsh that it's just an amazing thing. That's like that one that just flew behind him. I know it's small, but that was one of the salt marsh shop-tailed sparrows. Certainly, that's what we're looking at there. That's great. It's just absolutely, this is certainly always, there's another tree swallow flying by, but you're going to see him now he's, something's going on. Something's just, he caught a whiff of something. I'm saying, now, if I was standing up, this buck would have not even, I mean, as soon as he came out into the marsh, he would have been gone. I am saying, now, you see him smell the air right there? He's smelling the air. there's something I'm not sure about. I'm just not sure about. He originally looked at the two girls. Now he's still licking his little chops there. I mean, thank gosh it's not a bear. I'd be like, oh my gosh, he's licking his chops and he's coming. But he ended up just going right to take a drink. Yeah, I was no threat to him, and that is one thing I have to say about anything. Get rid of that bipedal presentation if you really want to observe wildlife. Get as low as you can. Become as less threatening as you can. That will give you more wonderful interactions and leave you with, like, anytime you get a deer like this who just walks out into the marsh, goes down to the water, and then just goes on his way, and that's what he did. He just went on his way after, and he never impeded it. He never gave it any threat, anywhere would have to expend extra energy just to put a little fear in it, and then it goes about its day and its routine. I know with deer it's very tough. I mean, I spook deer every day. I'm not going to say I do not spook deer. Walking out into the marsh, I spook deer every day. But yeah, you try to be the least threatening you can be. That's all I say. I really believe it's very important to be respectful. When I go out into the field and deer see me, I sit down right away. I'm carrying a chair, I'm carrying a tripod. I sit down pretty much right away. Right away. It's just I'm not chasing them. They can relax. Now, this is around the nest, like always. One bird just flying over, checking out to see what's going on in the nest there, and being escorted. This bird's a little bit not too happy that this bird's flying over, and with the losing of 3 chicks over the 4th of July weekend, as that's my nest with only 1 chick in it. This bird flying over, was it because of just harassment by other birds that one of them got knocked out of the nest? I don't know. The nest across from me had 3 chicks, only has 1 chick. Was it 4th of July celebration that was going on with a bunch of fireworks that disturbed them so crazy at night that the chicks just did something crazy and came out of the nest? I can't get to that. These on the side of these nests, did not see any bodies from where I was, but certainly very sad to see. But this is it. This is what So we're left with this chick and mom, and you see, chick is getting pretty big. So very excited about where this is heading, especially with all the bait fish in here. Believe me, the action is going to be non-stop because the amount of egrets and stuff with great blues are going to come in, and these ospreys are going to get a little upset with them. There's a beautiful Leicester male sitting on his little post with a little dragonfly right in front of him. Little dragonfly flying through. Actually, it's a pretty decent sized dragonfly. It's not one of the pond dragon hawks which are used, but it's a good size, and it has a little flyover. This is what goes on. This is a little tougher for me to catch because this is a monopod. When I have my other ones back from repair, hopefully I'll be able to catch some, because I can hand hold that on slow motion, I believe, and get some decent quality shots of some more action shots like that. And this is the arrival of the peanut bunker, and I just want to thank you all for tuning in. If you like the channel, hit the thumbs up button, ring the bell, and subscribe. I believe that's how you do it. I'm still new to this new YouTube thing, but I am hoping that I'm bringing this world into your living room and you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this type of presentation. Before, I used to just post a photo. Ooh, get like